It seemed right to take flowers. A gesture had to be made. A nurse accepted them from Burnell and stuck them in a glass vase. Burnell went and sat by his friend's bedside. Peter Remigny was still in a coma. He lay propped on pillows, looking the picture of health, his skin tanned, his jaw firm. So he had lain for 2 weeks, fed by drip, completely unaware of the outside world. Yesterday's flowers drooped on a side table. Burnell had escaped from the car crash with nothing more than a bruised arm. He visited the hospital every day. He had taken to reading aloud to Remigny from Montaigne or the poets, hoping that something might penetrate that deep silence into which his friend had fallen. He stayed for half an hour. Rising to leave, he patted the patient's cheek. "You always were a mad bugger at the wheel, Peter," he said, with some tenderness. "Stay put, old pal. Never give up the struggle. I'll be back tomorrow. I have to go now. I have a date this evening with a beautiful lady, a star in the firmament of her sex." It was the evening of all evenings. The sun went down in glory, the lights came up in competition. Budapest's Hilton Hotel, installed in the ruins of a sacred site, piled on extra floodlighting. A reception was being held by World Antiquities and Cultural Heritage, which several important functionaries from several important countries were attending. Everything was on a lavish scale, slightly tatty only round the edges. Gypsy orchestras raced through their notes in every available space. Their violins swooped through chardash after chardash, just as drink poured down throat after throat. A Ukrainian dance group threw themselves about with abandon in the center of the main ballroom. Undeterred by wars in the Caucasus, the East, the Far East, and several points west, the guests paraded in finest array, embracing or snubbing one another. Powdered shoulders, jewels, and luxuriant moustaches were on display. Many smiled, some meant it. Suave waiters, Hungarian and Vietnamese, moved among the crowds delivering messages, pouring Crimean champagne into ever-ready glasses. Conversations surged and popped like the bubbles in the champagne. Some who talked looked over the shoulders of their partners in search of escape, others moved in closer. Loving, lingering glances were exchanged. Formality increasingly gave way to something more physical. The most recent jokes circulated, political or scabrous in content. Gossip chased itself among the international guests, the potted palms. The air-conditioned atmosphere, as time wore on, became charged with alcoholic fumes, excitement, innuendo, enzymes, exaggeration, assignations, assassinations of character, and the most fragrant of sweat. Couples started to slip away, and Burnell looked deep into the green eyes of Blanche Bretèche, breathing faster while trying to keep his usual cool. He, she, and some of her friends left the reception and went together into the warm night.